Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So this will have to go like as if it's 2. A call came in and it was just a persistent caller. I tried to pause it, but then something strange happened. Anyhow, the topic continues on the that there was some gamblers gambling, and one of them was a bartender, and the man is shot. Why? Excuse me. Why is it people putting themselves into trouble for stupidity? Why didn't go and spend some time with his family, go and do some meditation or some prayer, speak to his God, and speak to his own soul? You know? So at the time he will be in hospital or he'll be down, my advice to him is learn to forgive himself. It's called soft power. That is to forgive yourself and make a pledge to never get involved with these kinds of things or these kinds of people again. There's also another front page article. Guyana streams ahead with quarantine river bridge. Site marked. Formal agreements expected to be signed next month in Suriname. This is a wonderful thing for Guyana. The vision of President Santoki of Suriname and the President of Guyana. It was always a dream of the people of the quarantine. I made some other comments on this before. It will be a fantastic thing. And those who have their properties in those areas, they are advised not to sell their properties because value will go up tremendously and there will be great many opportunities for Guyana. At the bottom again, KAIETEUR News, and we have to thank them for these kinds of information. So the Senegal, that's not our country, but they're using it out of patriotism, Mr. Glenn Lal's vision, and to warn us to be careful. Senegal gas blocks giveaway. Politicians will give away the assets of a nation for their own creature comforts, so they can eat more and put on fat in the head, I guess. And their family will get so rich, but the people will suffer, and the generations to come will abuse and curse them for poor governance and for their own private, nasty ways. It says, quick buying and selling of offshore concessions, a major red flag, should be a wake-up call for all nations. So we have to thank them for these kinds of things, you know. We have to thank KAIETEUR News and Glenn Lal for their bravado, bringing these things to our attention and appealing to our government now, who has been democratically elected and supposed to be the people's government, to please let us take care of our country and our people. Minister Dharam Lal halts process to hire company founded by son. Well, I mentioned that a bit earlier. It's a shame that they're trying to embarrass a young man who has, according to my understanding, always been supplying the ministry, but not him. He don't own the company anymore. And it's such a small contract that they're trying to make it look so big and trying to affect the elegance of Nigel, who is maturing, Honorable Minister Nigel, into such a beautiful and a brilliant youth. May God bless him and his son. Young man, I know what it's like. I have a young son also who's dynamic. And because of certain statements I made, some people try to hurt him from political evil sides and try to put people to even make threats. This is a sad thing about Guyana being the backward, low-life mentalities that we have in our country. That poor young man, always his company or his former company has been doing business. And here, with the ministry, and here they're trying to embarrass and humiliate him and his father with it. What a terrible shame and national disgrace, if you are to ask me. Friends and families, let us work to build a beautiful Guyana. Opposition leader, you've been hired and paid and put into a position which they say is questionable. It should have been someone else, and that is Valda Lawrence there. Whatever happens, you are there. Do well with it. Make well with it. Win hearts and mind. Don't just misbehave, man, like a yard bully. Work for Guyana. Work for good. Work to win respect so the government will trust you to work for constitutional change, even to form alliances in government, in shared governance. But the way you're going, you can't make it, you know. You will never make it. You will only hurt your people. But they, the government, is going to take care of them while you're hurting them. Learn to win hearts and mind and wake up a little bit. Friends and families, I'm calling upon all of them to try to work for Guyana's sake, to live in love and harmony, and let us as a people always be positive for each other and for our country. Your friend, your brother, me, Haji Dr. Roshan Khan, saying thank you and farewell, friends.